Hey y'all, I thought I would just take a quick break from working on the goat fencing once again after this little winter storm that we had. A lot of my fencing became damaged and my electric is not working, and I wanted to just take a pause and show you a knife that I've really been enjoying, just introduce you to this knife here. This is a prototype from Lishen, the Lovecraft, and by the way, actually I'm not sure if it's Lishen or Lishen, and I asked, and now anytime I say one or the other, I think the other one must be right, so that sucks. But this is the Lovecraft, and essentially what we have here, this one's a little bit different than the production versions, which flare out at the bottom more, but essentially we have a Loveless inspired handle and a Marbles inspired blade. Now, my micrometer is currently broken. I need to buy a new one, but I would guess this edge to be right at or under 20 thou behind the edge, and with a full flat grind like this, that really hits different. I would most likely call this knife a skinner or a hunting knife, but it has enough meat and the ABL is tough enough to do your bushcraft stuff as well. And you know what? I've used this knife primarily as an everyday carry knife, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, I met Lishen. I found this knife. I found his knives at Georgia Bushcraft's Fall Gathering. Although I had seen them previously on, I believe it was DLT or DL Trading or DLT Trading, whatever. But seeing them in person, I was really impressed. The quality on his knives is incredibly nice. I really like his little scalpel model. He's got some more bushcrafty knives, some EDC knives, and he's got some larger knives as well. And the one thing that I noticed about all of them was practical handles, practical grinds, and good edge geometry. So I didn't see a single knife out of the lot that had a big, thick security edge. And if you want to know what a security edge is, that's when somebody is potentially not sure about the quality of their product or heat treat or how it's going to be used or whatever else. So they compensate by just grinding it thick. And I didn't see any of that from him. All of the knives were just practical. So as a quick introduction video, I basically just wanted to show this knife to you guys, talk about it really quick. It came with a practical sheath here. It is I would say a typical bushcraft sheath, good retention and everything. The Pieta Alchemista 2 is in a 1791 gun leather holster right now. And the reason I'm using this holster instead of my Spirit of the Bear holster is this one is set up for a normal belt, whereas the Spirit of the Bear is set up for a cowboy belt. But regardless, it rides well. I would like to see this knife in Kydex, but I don't think it would match the aesthetic as well. And so I don't know if I'll put it into Kydex, because the standard sheath is quite nice. But it's just, even though this is a prototype, like I said, it's a little different in the handle down here. Given the use of the knife, I'd probably go with a little bit smaller sharpening choil personally. I believe, you know, when using this for skinning, I could find myself getting caught on that a little bit, so a little smaller might be nice. But overall, and again, this being a prototype when he was designing this particular model, overall, what I noticed there was attention to detail and lack of gimmicks. This knife doesn't need to be, it could be magnet cut, but it doesn't need to be magnet cut. It doesn't need to be something crazy. ABL is such a well-rounded, it's really an amazing steel with incredible toughness. And it's easy to sharpen, and it holds an edge quite well. So when a maker is looking to make a very practical blade that might be a hard use blade, and they're not just looking to chase sales based on whatever is most trendy at the moment, I think a lot of times they'll end up using a steel like ABL, and I really appreciate that. And I think that really just is a good example of his work as a whole. There was nothing on the table that looked ridiculous to grab people and pull them in. But if you know what you're looking at, once you stopped and you looked, it's just really, really nice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put a link to his website and Instagram and stuff in the description box below, because I think he deserves it. I am personally, after using this knife a bit, I am a fan. I'm going to continue to use this knife so you can see updates as time goes on my Instagram and stuff. And then in about a year, we'll hit the long-term review, and I doubt I will tell you anything except that this blade is simply fantastic. Again, you can count me as a big fan, and that does not come easily, and that does not come from marketing, guys. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. I know that this was quicker than most of the videos that I do, but I just felt like I had to squeeze this one in. I've got such a busy schedule, and this really just needed to go up. So I will talk to you in the comment section below, and I hope that you have a blessed day.